Is there such thing as a limited general release?
Still ducking from the one time.
Hey, yo, that look like one time.
Pocket racket for a nigga tryna take mine. Tell the labels that it's pay time. I think I'm worth a couple M's now. Show me the money, no Jerry Maguire. Rapper for hire, neighborhood murder supplier. I been through that fire, but I flow like Poseidon. My squad is out beta.
YouTube, what's good? It's your guy Hitch. It has been a real long time that we've seen a big man, you know, like a power forward or a center, sell basketball sneakers. One of the OGs that was able to sell his sneakers back in the day while being and is one of the greatest power forwards of all time is that funny dude on TNT, Sir Charles Barkley. And I know that nowadays when you think about like signature shoes, like the naming of a signature shoe is real simple, like a LeBron 18 or a PG 5, Kyrie 7, whatever it may be. Back in the day, Nike struggled naming Sir Charles's kicks. He had like 2 or 3 different pair of Air Max Forces. You have the Air Max CB 34, and then you have these, the Air Max 2 CB 94. What the f? Now, even though the name of the sneakers are a bit off because it doesn't have his name in it, instead it has his old jersey number 2 and the year that they came out, 94, in the name. These are classics at the end of the day. That's not debatable. To start, you have a classy and elegant black and white colorway, which is made up of black suede uppers mixed in with white leather accents. And to be honest with you, the materials on the suede and leather are not that great, but they look good. And then on top of your black suede uppers, you have circle aluminum perforations throughout, which I think is a nice touch. And then going up by your ankle area on both lateral sides, you have the Nike text in white. The tongue area on these are pretty interesting to me, and it's not because of the obvious purple tongue that gives the shoe a nice pop, but the sneaker has a booty design, and I don't remember that from back in the 90s, to be honest with you. I honestly thought booty design on basketball kicks was a new thing that started in the 2000s, but obviously I'm wrong. And speaking of that booty design tongue, that tongue actually comes from the Huaraches, and I don't remember that either. But I do think it's dope, and it also makes sense. Tinker Hatfield made the Huaraches. He also made these. On top of your tongue, you then have your black elastic bands that are connecting both sides of the sneaker, which also gives a nice snug fit. And then on top of that, you have this, your eyelets. The eyelets are made out of like a bulky plastic and has a half circle design, but they have circle slits in them to fit your rope laces into them. And then lastly, the top of the tongue is made out of some cheap synthetic leather, but it has your Air Max 2 logo in white. If I owned these back in the 90s or in 2015 when they last retroed, I would have remembered the booty design because they make this sneaker hard as hell to put on. That being said, the lining of both the booty and the sneaker itself is done in black. Down at the bottom of the inside of the shoe, you have a black insole with your white Nike Air logo. When you get back to the outside, your midsole is bulky. It's done in black. And you have a purple air unit. Above your air unit on both the lateral sides will be your white Nike swoosh. And then lastly is your bulky, thick black outsole that has these white air pods in the midfoot area. I'm going to say it one last time. These are classics. The best era in basketball sneakers are the 90s. Simple as that. In 2020, my preference in all my sneakers are low cut. But I didn't care that these were built like a boot. I love 90s basketball kicks, so I had to have them. Now, from a sizing standpoint, keep in mind you got an elastic band, tight ass booty construction. You can either go true to size or go up a half size like I did. Now, I got lucky. I went to go buy the 8.5, but they were sold out and I went with the 9, and it's kind of working out for me. They got a little bit of space in here, which I typically don't like, but because of that snug fit, I don't mind it. On a scale of 1 to 5, going with the solid 4.5. These are cold. Now, retail is $160. And earlier in the video, I told y'all they're a general release, but they're limited. I know it doesn't really make sense, but think about this. About a month or 2 ago, they started releasing through foot sites like Foot Locker and other sites like Finish Line. And each time that they did, they sold out in seconds. So if you do want a pair, be on the lookout. I got lucky. I got a restock through Shike. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I do believe that other retailers that haven't released these yet, they will release them. And you may also catch a restock. So just be on the lookout. And if you want the black pair, same thing applies. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that damn subscribe button. I'm out.
Light up a rocket and I fill up on beer. Your baby mama watch my stories, she be wishing she there. Can't afford no Ferragamo, highly favored to give. All black forgotten hoodie with some fresh night gas. My new chick meaner than Cruella DeVille. Slap a bitch for the thrill. Godzilla and Hills, we get pulled over by the cops. She keep my weapon concealed when we fuck.